Hey guys, it's Guye and welcome back to my channel. So, my worst date ever. Let's get started. So, my friends and I wanted to go out. I think it was summer of 2015. I was still trying to get over a breakup. And so I'm like, why not go out? Let's go enjoy it and have a good time. So I went to one of the clubs, and this guy immediately pulled me aside and was like, hey beautiful, what's your name, can I buy you a drink? And I'm like, okay. And he was not even cute, y'all. I don't know, it was just one of those things, and I was like, sure, why not? You know, I was like, maybe I can make a good friend out of this. And so I was like, yeah, you can buy me a drink. And then he goes to say, what's your name? I'd like to take you out. And I was like, okay. So just trying to get out of over my funk of the breakups, I'm like, why not try going out on dates again and giving somebody my time? So I was like, sure, why not? I was really nervous about it, and I thought about it, and then I'm like, fine, you can do that. And he's like, okay, I'll take you out on a date. My first rule with dates, you guys. First rule with dates. Don't ever let him pick you up. There's few rare occasions where I've let somebody pick me up for a date, but this one, I wish I would have just driven myself to wherever it was we were going. So he comes and picks me up, y'all. He didn't even park the car to open the door for me. I was like, okay. So I opened my own door, got in the seat. That was strike one. He already lost 10 points. He was in negative 10 points before he even got anywhere. How are you not gonna open the door? How rude, especially for the first date. What? Okay, but yeah, that was strike one. And then the second one was, he didn't even know where we were gonna go eat. I don't know, what do you like to eat? Fellas, if you ask a girl out on a date, I need you to know where we're going, what time, and what we're doing after that. If not, should have let me stay home. So we drove around for 30-45 minutes to try to find somewhere to eat, and we ended up going downtown to some Greek restaurant. Oh, that was hot, but I had to drink that. Aside from not knowing where we're going, when he finally picked a place, he ordered for me. If anybody knows me, I am the pickiest eater in the world. I usually like nothing. 90% of the time, I'm saying no to whatever you're trying to feed me. And he ordered my food. That shows that he was controlling and obsessive. And then we got to conversing at the table, and he's talking about his ex-girlfriend and whatnot, and then I realized he had a African girl fetish. Those are the worst. You could like African girls, but don't make it a fetish. It gets creepy that way. And I was like, okay, this date's gonna almost be over. We're gonna get our food, we're gonna eat, he's gonna take me home, I'm ready. And he didn't end up taking me home because he's like, I want to spend more time with you. Where can I take you? Or I want to take you somewhere. So he took me kind of at the outskirts of town to this weird forest looking place, and you climb up this really, really high, gosh, I don't know, it was a weird high staircase that led you to see over the town. So it was really pretty because we live in a small town anyways. It was really pretty, and it was cold, and I was like, okay, seen it, done, let's go back to the car, let's go home. He still didn't want to go. He's like, no, I want to spend more time with you, let's go bowling. But then, y'all, I just wanted to go home so bad. You have no idea. Like, he was really into himself and, like, talked about money he had and how he has a boat and how he spends this much and his business makes this much. I'm not interested in your money, first of all. If that's how you think you're gonna get me, just walk the other way, because money is not gonna attract me to you. And he was so self-centered, it was ridiculous. It was just like, yeah, I have this much money, my ex-girlfriend, and all had to do with the price, right? And so I was like, okay, I want to go home. And he's like, no, let's go bowling. Obviously, I didn't drive, so I didn't have a choice. And I didn't want him to, like, kill me or something, you know? That was the first date, and I only met him one time after that. Stupid idea. So I'm like, fine, let's go bowling. And I'm just going along with it until he takes me home. And we get to the bowling alley, y'all. And he like, got a strike or something. Homeboy's trying to, like, hug and kiss me. I'm with, like, high five, yay, good job. And he's still trying to, like, kiss me. And I'm like, I don't kiss on the first date. Like, no. And he was not cute. Can we go back to that? Like, I really went just to, like, get back in the groove of dating people, like, going on dates again and getting to know people. But he was just not cute at all. And he had braces, and he was short. If anyone knows me, my type is tall, dark, and handsome. I like him tall, and I like him dark. Well, I like light skins too, but you gotta be tall, okay? He was like 5'6". I'm 5'3". Anything shorter than 6'1" is short to me. And I know y'all think I'm crazy because I'm only 5'2.5", but y'all, I want me a basketball player. I want my kids to have a chance at life. I want them to grow. I want them to be an athletes, whatever they want to be. But yeah, so at the bowling alley, homeboy's trying to kiss me the whole time, trying to hold my hand, and I'm just like, hold it in, because you don't want him to kill you. You are out with a stranger. And well, my friend knew where I was at, so that was good. But after that date, he took me home. He tried to kiss me, and I was like, bye. You know, that weird awkward hug when you're like ready to get the heck out of somewhere. I gave him that, and I dashed up the stairs. Literally, I was just like, like, no. And so my friends were like, oh, so how was it? And I was like, it's cool. It was fine, you know, because you don't want them, like, I just spared them the details. But then a few months later, he kept continuing to call me and ask me to hang out, and I just wouldn't respond because I'm just bougie like that. Like, I'm just not going to respond, or I'll block you, like, to be honest. And he was just so creepy. And by then, I had gone on a couple of dates with this other guy who is, like, one of my closest friends now. And he happened to see us at the club again. And happened to be holding hands with the gentleman that is now one of my best friends. And the dude just went ballistic. Like, I guess I had left, and he was going off telling my friends how I wasted his time, and he spent $300 on me, and I didn't appreciate it, and all these things. And I'm like, but where? I'm just not the money type. Like, I'm not gonna allow you to spend $300 on me when you barely know me. And even then, I don't like guys spending too much money on me. Like, the standard date stuff we could do, I'm cool with that. But if you're trying to impress me with jewelry or whatever, this is my birthday and we're dating, we're anniversary, and it comes out of the goodness of your own heart, I don't want it at all. Like, I don't want to ever have to feel like I owe a guy or anybody something because of, like, materialistic things they give me. So yeah, so I had left, and he was like, man, called me out of my name, the B word, saying he spent this much money on me and I wasted his time. And I'm like, dude, you went on one date with me. We went to the restaurant, we went to that weird forest place, and we went bowling. If that was equivalent to $300, like, I'd be scared for my ex-boyfriends, and I wonder how much they spent on me on a couple of dates. And that was one date. So yeah, that was my worst date ever. And then I seen him again because we went swimming that summer at the different apartment complex. And he just happened to be everywhere. And he always wanted to offer to do things like, oh, come to the club. I'll get you guys VIP. I'll buy you guys your own bottles and all your drinks. And I was just like, I'm not going. My guy friends went for it. I'm like, you guys go ahead, take advantage. But I'm not going because he's so possessive and creepy. And he always like to touch you when you talk, you know, like, oh, how are you doing? And I'm just like, don't touch me. Just don't touch me. So that was my worst date ever, and I haven't seen him since that outburst of chaos that he showed my friends. That was my story time about my worst date ever. I guess I would say advice to anyone: don't, if you go on a first date with someone you don't know, drive your own car regardless, even if they offer to pick you up. And if you can't drive, like, have your friend drop you off or something, or just make a plan with someone else in case you need to, like, get out of there. And I wish I would have, like, thought of that back then. And then second, like, when you see those red flags, quickly, like, get out. Say you have an emergency, something happened or whatever. Yeah, I definitely learned my lesson with that date, and I never let it happen again. And whenever you have a date or you're going on a date with someone, if you have roommates or family or something, bring them in the house, or like let your friends come out with you. That way they can get a look at the person, what kind of car they drive, driver's license, like license plate, just so somebody knows where you're at all times. And if something goes wrong, they'll be able to contact you. And then check in every few hours, like, hey, how's it going, you know, just to make sure you're safe. Yeah, don't make the mistake I did. And I think that was one of the worst dates I've ever been on. So yeah, if you guys liked my story time, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what your worst date ever was. Feel free to comment below and just have a ball. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.